So, welcome once again to this session. Today, we're going to talk about AI, understand what AI is, how to use it, and most importantly, we're going to create things together. I'm going to be taking you a little bit into the journey of AI and prompt engineering and how you can use this technology to create practically anything that you want to create. So, it's not a lecture. I'm not a professor at RGU. No, I'm just here. Not yet. I'm just here to take you on a journey, an interesting one, and how we can use this technology for our day-to-day lives. Do you all have agreement?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's go right into the slides. Just go straight into it. Okay, so basically this is what we want to do, understand the basic of AI, the difference between artificial intelligence and human intelligence. When we define AI, understand the different models, what is prompt engineering, AI for business and career, and the tools, the tricks, and strategies. Then we're going to Q&A. Okay? All right. So next one. A little bit about me. I'm a tech entrepreneur and growth consultant. What I do is I use technology and marketing to help people grow their business. I help them by generating leads or customers, and also help them in creating good content. So it's just a little bit of mixing of marketing and tech. Put that together to help companies get the results. Next slide. All right, so interesting part. What is artificial intelligence? This is a conversation, like I said. It's not a lecture. Can we all share our own opinions? Anyone? Okay. Anyone would like to share what you know about? There's no right or wrong answer, so don't think that there is. Just if you have any idea of what artificial intelligence is, can you just share it with us?
It is an intelligence built by machine learning language.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. That's correct. Intelligence built by the machine learning language. Any other person? Okay. All right. Let's go right into it. Let's see what it is. It basically refers to the system of machines that mimic human intelligence. So AI, like we all know it, or what we know as ChatGPT and some of all these things, those are natural language models, and they are built around trillions of data. So it's like all of us in the room, everything that we know is extracted, put in a hard drive, and that hard drive, people can now access it. So when someone says, oh, how do you cook ogbono soup? They go to one of us memory and they pick that data and says, okay, this is how you cook ogbono soup. This is how you make spaghetti. This is how you make fried rice. This is how you make jollof rice. That is what they have done with the public access. It has always been there, quote unquote, with the public access of artificial intelligence or open source artificial intelligence using natural language models, which is ChatGPT, Bard, and Perplexity. Let's go to the next one. Now, these are basically like the three kind of like techniques or three major areas, which is, like I said, machine learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. Machine learning, I'm sure you have come across this. You have that in some of your devices, whereby the machine learns from you. Google has put that in your Gmail, where it understands the way you start your email, and each time you want to start your email in that way, it already suggests, okay, hello, this is how are you doing today, or I hope this email finds you well, or I hope you're in good health. That is part of machine learning. Natural language processing is also that has to do with processing natural language translation. You see that in some of the devices that you have, processing natural language translation and some other ones. Computer vision refers to where you have, you go into buildings and they can detect that you're the one. You have that on your phone. Apple uses it, Samsung uses it, whereby you look at your phone, it detects you, and gives you access to your phone. Part of that also in computer vision and also natural language processing is what you have in Siri, where you say, hey Siri, and Siri responds, and you can now give Siri a prompt and Siri will do that action. Next slide. Okay, so let's do this quick exercise. We have categories in terms of creativity and innovation, speed, efficiency, learning and adaptability. Between human intelligence and artificial intelligence, which one would you rate has higher in terms of creativity and innovation? Anyone? There's no right or wrong answer, so don't be scared. Eh? Human intelligence. Okay. What about this side? Human intelligence. Fantastic. That's correct. In terms of creativity and innovation, human intelligence ranks higher. This is us understanding the two and differentiating between the two. What about in terms of speed and efficiency? Artificial intelligence, right? Okay, fantastic. What about learning and adaptability?
Artificial.
Okay. We are caught between both sides. Which one? Learning and adaptability. Artificial intelligence. Okay. Learning and adaptability. Artificial intelligence. Human. Okay. Let's do it the way we do it in my home country. Let's say the eyes and the nays. Okay. Learning and adaptability for human intelligence, or the eyes. Okay, fantastic. Learning and adaptability for artificial intelligence, all the eyes. Okay, fantastic. Or is it the nays now this time? All right. For that one, it's actually human intelligence. Why? Because humans can adapt to different situations. Humans have a better way of learning. Artificial intelligence would learn from the data it is given. A human might not know anything about that in the first place and still go about and try and navigate that situation and adapt to that current situation. I'm sure a lot of us can relate to what I'm saying. Fantastic. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so the question now is, how can AI help me? I've heard so much about AI. People have told me so much about ChatGPT, Bard and all. So now the question is, how can it help me? How can I apply it in my business? How can I apply it in my life? What can AI help me do? So let's look into it. Now, from this, the very first thing is it will help us eliminate repetitive tasks. So every time we want to do something, you have to start from scratch. You don't need to do that. With AI, with automation, you can take that out of the way. It knows what you want to do. It will do it. Okay, please go ahead.
Because I do that with
Pardon? Okay. Yes, it can help you with cooking. It can help you with cooking. Yes, because we have seen there's some in some parts of the world we have robots that handle the kitchen now. We have robots. There's I think is it McDonald's or somewhere is a fully automated restaurant. All you have to do is place your order. The AI would make, or the robots would make the food. It would dish it. It would do everything. There's stuff. There's one like that. There's also an Amazon store where there are no cashiers. You just walk in, pick what you want, and you walk out. Why? Because they already have your data. So they have your data. So as you're walking out, there are already sensors. It's going to take that. Okay, this person came in. They know you've created an account with them, maybe Amazon Prime. They take once whatever you pick, it takes that out of your wallet, you know, and all that. So that is already done. So in terms of trying to figure out now, the good thing about AI, which we can even practice, is we can tell AI like, okay, I want to cook dinner. This is my budget. This is the type of food I want to cook. Give me ideas. It's going to generate ideas for you. So you can take out that part of you trying to figure out what to cook or even where to find it. It can do that. So let's go to the next one. So still about how it can help us, let's look at these 4 areas. One, in terms of improving efficiency, we talked about routine. It can free up a lot of our time. We can use AI now to analyze data in terms of your Excel sheet, sending emails on your behalf, responding, even creating customer support and chatbots. We can do that with AI. Data-driven decisions, which is, it can also help you, like I said, it can also help you with understanding data. So, for example, maybe you don't necessarily have to be a data analyst. You might be writing your project, you might be looking at your family budget, you might even be looking at your bank statement, and you want to figure it out. You want to understand what are all these numbers. You can put that into an AI. There are several sheets, GPT and a couple of others, and you can just ask a very simple question. Please analyze this thing. What is all this? And it will respond in very simple language, tell you what exactly it is, highlight some of the areas that you can do. Next one. Yes, like I said, enhance customer experience. You can create chatbots. Actually created one that I called What Would Jesus Do? It was actually an AI chatbot that would respond. I got the inspiration like, okay, a lot of times in church, in charities, people come with different questions. Imagine if you have a charity, and in your charity you help people maybe with depression, with life situations. How would you attend to every one of them? That might not be easy on that charity. So why don't you create a customer or care center where people can reach out, either they chat or they send an email with their problems, and the experts will now get back to them, respond to them. So your 1 man, 2 man, very small team, you can put that in place and people can get the results. And obviously at the bottom you always say, if you need urgent help, please call this number, But imagine that you don't have to respond to all the emails, so that would free up some time. Scaling your business, yes, you can use AI to scale your business, which a lot of businesses are leveraging on. Sean rightly said that there's so many businesses that are built around AI, and the concept of building around AI is not that the core of the business changes. It's just that you're using AI as a support to build, so your small team can do so much more with AI. Next one. Now look at this data from the Harvard Business Review, and it says that companies that use AI and automation will scale faster. We're seeing it right now. Like, you can have an idea right now, build a business right now, possibly get funding very soon if your idea is really good and your execution is also good. This is made possible with the help of AI, which wasn't possible some years ago. Let's go to the next one. Let's look at details. 70% reduction in call time because you're using AI and automation. As much as we don't like to say it, but call centers, people working in call centers are losing their businesses because you can have an AI to respond to call center. You can train an AI with your knowledge base and with a voice. Like the first, I don't know if you saw the video we saw of the guy in the office. Daria, I don't know if you can play that video. The first video you played that welcomed everyone. I built that with AI, put a voice there, generated the image with text, and it can you play that please? And it can respond. So imagine you having that, people can actually hear.
By Creed. Hello, welcome to this AI growth session powered by Creed. Hello, welcome to this AI growth session powered by Creed.
Thank you.
Hello,
So this is,
welcome to this.
Everything here was done by text. I did not draw anything. I just wrote text. It generated the image. I wrote text again. It generated the voice, merged them together. I downloaded it, and that's it. So that's what is possible with AI. 220% faster gross revenue. Very true. People can actually make more money with AI. 195 billion monthly revenue. That is what businesses are making leveraging AI and automation. Let's go to the next one. Now let's look at what I call the battle of the AI chatbots, or the battle of the AI systems, and I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with this. Next slide. We're talking about the 3 biggest language models, and the funny thing is, in this AI space, the biggest name is OpenAI. That is where you have the company behind ChatGPT. It's the biggest. Why? A lot of the other companies go there to plug into their system and now generate their own business around it. So let me bring it home. Imagine you are a retailer and you're going to the same warehouse to get your goods from, or you're going to the same farm if you're into farming. So imagine, as that since everybody goes to the same farm, and now the people that own the farm own their own supermarket. So ChatGPT, which is owned by OpenAI, ChatGPT is their product, but everybody buys this open source platform and API from them. So they are making money both ways. So that's why you see this funny thing. Whenever you see a new business say, oh, I'm a new startup, oh, I'm an AI, I do this, I do that. The truth is, they're actually plugging into open AI. Let's go to the next one. So these are the three biggest ones. I use them, and we'll also go into practical very soon. These are the biggest ones, and these are the ones that would help you get more things done faster. All the other ones, trust me, they're not worth your time. These three are the biggest, and I would rightly say they're the best.
What about Edge?
Edge still uses ChatGPT now. Bing Edge is only still ChatGPT. So these are the biggest, these are the best. All those other ones, like I said earlier, don't bother yourself about it. And why would I say that? Right now, using Google is not worth your time anymore. Don't use Google anymore. Don't use Google anymore.
I use Google to
No, don't use.
That's what you're here.
No, don't use Google anymore. You know why I say that?
That's what you're here.
Google would give you so many data you do not need. So before you now finally figure out what you need, you would have wasted so much time. So that's why you use AI, because with AI you can get exactly, as long as you can tell it exactly what you want, it will give you exactly what you need. So when you use any of these three, not only Bard and Perplexity, use Perplexity for research. Why? It will give you the sources, citation, to tell you this is where I got this information from. This is the YouTube video that I got it from. This is the research paper, the PDF that I got it from. So that way you're not wasting time. So even if you're a student, you're a worker, you're coming up with an idea, it can give you reference, okay, this question you asked me, this is the answer, and this is reference to what other people have said, or this is what this person said about this particular topic. Perplexity will do that. Bard is owned by Google. The first variation was terrible, but over time it has improved. Now it's much better. It's feeding from real-time data, so it's feeding from what people are actually Googling and what people are feeding Google with. That's good. However, I prefer ChatGPT because of the ability to, like I said, open source. You can plug the API into your own system and build your chatbot, build your system around it, and also it now has plugins, so people are now feeding it with more information. So for example, I can go on ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT using maybe an Expedia plugin and ask it, okay, I'm looking for the best flight to New York. So it will go into Expedia, check, and give me results. Google can't do that. Google takes so much time. This will do it in like 30 seconds. So let's go to the next one. We're going to go into the more interesting part. So now let's go into prompt engineer, which is, I'm sure why everybody's interested in this part. So let's go, we'll just talk a little bit about what it is, then we'll go into theory, practical rather. So a prompt basically is any form of text or question, information, or coding that communicates with the AI and you get a response. So prompting is conversation with the AI. That's what it is. When you prompt, you ask a question. It's like, hello, how's your day? That's it. So in this time, we're not necessarily, we want to go straight to the point, but that's what prompting is. Now, the prompt engineering is, let's look at the better definition so I don't. Okay. Involves developing, optimizing prompts to efficiently use large language models for a wide variety of applications and research topics. That's what it is. The LLM is your ChatGPT, your Bard, your Perplexity. The ability, which is also you have Midjourney and all that, the ability to develop and optimize that. That's what prompt engineering is. So what a prompt engineer does on a day-to-day basis is understand the system, understand the goal, and then writes the language in a way that, or writes the query in a way that the AI understands and will give you the results that you desire. It's very important because a lot of times people use these tools but don't use it very well, efficiently. That is why they are not getting the results that they want to get. So you find yourself, they tell you, oh, you can do text to video, text to image, and you don't know how to go about it. And I'll show you some examples of when I was playing around with it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, the challenge with a lot of us is when we want to get something from ChatGPT, the first thing we'll say is, write me a video script for my hair business. Is that correct? Or give me a content calendar for a cafe. Write me an email for introducing my course if you're a course creator and all that. That's what we just say. Okay, write me, give me idea on what I should do. That's what we just give a one-liner. Now with this, just like every normal computer, jargon in, jargon out. You've not told it what you want it to do. You're not specific. You just told it, okay, it's too vague, it's too generic. The best prompts are stacked out. We'll look at them. The best prompts have very specific intention, and I'll give you a framework you can use to write your prompts. Let's go. I call it the CD or CIDI method, which gives you context, instruction, details, and inputs. This is how to write a better prompt. So the CIDI method, so it's context, instruction, detail, and input. So context, act as a lawyer or act as an expert, act as an expert copywriter. Instruction, I will give you details about da 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 da. Instruction, I want you to analyze da 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 da. Details, use this formal tone, casual tone, make references to summarize in this inputs, insert your content. So because the AI doesn't know anything about you, it is wrong for you to tell it to give you results when it doesn't know anything about you. So the best way is to give it an input. So after you've told it to act like and do this, the next thing you need to do is give it information to work with. Are we together? All right, let's look at some examples, then we'll go into the practical session. So this is just foundational level. Act as an expert content creator. I'll give you details about my business and audience, and I want you to create a video script for the topic this in a thoughtful and insightful tone, casual and informative language. Here are the details: business, audience, da 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 da. You now feed it with that. It now goes about and give it. Now the one I like, we'll still go into that one. So okay, that's another one. Yeah, context. Okay, instruction. I want you to this is still another one. Act as a content creator. I want to give you outline for then. I want you to create 5 Instagram posts to launch my course waiting list. But before you start, ask me questions to know more about the course. Do you understand my request? This is how a good prompt should be, so that it will confirm it understands. What ChatGPT will now do is it will respond like, okay, yeah, this is what you want me to do. Okay, do I begin? Then you can now, or after he says that, like, do I begin? Share the questions, or here are the questions. It will ask you maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 questions. Once it asks you those questions, you take those questions, you answer those questions to the best of your ability. You now drop it back into the chat and you press enter. Now what it does is you've given it context. This is what I want you to do, and these are the questions I want you to ask me. This is my answer to those questions. It takes the questions, takes the context of what you want to do, puts them together, and now produces your request and gives you. When you do that, you realize that you get better results. Yes or yes? All right, let's go into the next one. So now, see, hold on. See, ask me, input your answer, add-ons, insert a tone, writing style, angles, keywords, or you want to use analyze. Now, this would help you get better results. So, for example, you want to write maybe something at the office and all that. Now, you want to write it in a way that, oh yes, you'll be seen as the expert. You need to tell it that you want that thing to be written in a certain keyword, or you have a document or report you need to analyze. You need to give it context and tell it to help you analyze that report so that you can get the best outcome. Please note, it is an assistant. Please note, AI is an assistant. It is not the Oga. Okay, sorry, I spoke my natural. It is not the boss. AI is the assistant. So your job is to give it what you want it to do. Once it gives you back that response, it's your responsibility to go through it. And you can tell it, no, I don't like this. Can you regenerate? This time around, add this, and this. It will take it back and generate another version, and you can continue that in as long as you want. Are we together? All right, let's go. We're getting to the very interesting part. All right. Now let's look at this one. This is one very interesting one. See how long this is, and we'll go into even better ones. You're an expert copywriter with more than 20 years experience in writing high-performing copy. I want you to rewrite the following copy to make it better. Rewrite it in this tone of voice, or this tone. Remove all filler words and stop words. Remove jargon and corporate language. Correct misspelling words and bad grammar. Vary the length of the sentences to make the text more interesting. Make sure that there are subheadings throughout. Don't use bullet points. Write it in an easy to read paragraph. The copy I want you to improve is... I know, there is even a better, I will show you one that is even better than this. You understand? So you do that, it will now give you an outcome. Let's go into another one. Then we're going to test all this so we can, so these are just laying the foundation. Now let's look at this. This is one I call the grand prompt. This for me is like the grandmaster of prompt, one of the grandmasters. Now look at this. You are now not GPT. You are not just like ChatGPT, except that for every question you are asked, you think 10 times the answer and then combine them to the best worded, most comprehensive and most accurate answer, which you output. Output would look like ChatGPT, what ChatGPT would normally say. Not GPT will be better, more comprehensive answer. Let's start with this simple, you put what you wanted. Do you understand my request? Please confirm before you begin. So, you see go back to the first one, the initial one. You take this part, go to the second one. No, go down. Go to the second one. You're going back, sir. Yes. So you take this prompt, go down the next slide, and you put it here. Do you understand? So you've taken the first one, that major prompt, and you've now put it into this. Let's have something simple. You now put that in there. What is going to produce, it will give you what ChatGPT will normally do, and it will give you a North Star. The North Star will be 10 times better, more comprehensive. You can try it out. You will see that you get a better, more accurate result. So this is what we call like prompt stacking. So you are stacking it on top of each other. We're going to go into jobs. I'll show you how you can use AI to get to the job quick. All right, let's go to the next one. So as a resume reviewer, please provide me feedback on my resume. Please advise me on the following. Once you acknowledge, I want to paste my resume in the following prompt. Appropriate sections to add better readability, techniques for making my resume easy to scan, how to include numbers, the results to enhance my resume, suggestions on verbs to choose, recommendation for avoiding overuse of buzzwords, and how to replace them if necessary. So imagine taking that North Star GPT prompt and adding this to it first, then telling it next that, okay, I'm going to send you my resume. So you understand the first part, which is North Star GPT. You understand the goal of what you want to achieve, which is I want you to be review my resume. Then the third part is you now drop your resume. What do you think will happen? Sorry? Better, right? You have 10 times better results. And this will happen in less than a minute. Imagine how much you would have paid a career coach, CV writer, reviewer with that. Are we together? So let's look at the next one. This is the one I love. We're going to try it now. You go on LinkedIn, you see a job that you want to apply for, but you're not sure if you are fit for it. Or you're on LinkedIn for someone. How many of us are on LinkedIn? How many of us have like optimized bio and everything on LinkedIn? Not everybody. Okay, now I'll teach you one hack. You guys will pay me £100. All right. You go on LinkedIn, you see a job you want and you want to apply for that job, and you're like, okay, how do I go about it? This is how you go about it. First thing you do, you take the job description, you have it somewhere, you put in this prompt. I'll prefer to use that North Star one because it's 10 times better, but you don't have to use it. But let's go. I'm going to paste a job description below. I want you to read this job description and confirm you've read it. After you have confirmed, I'll provide you with my CV. Please provide me with actionable suggestions on how to improve it based on the job description. I want to come across as, what's that? Is it professional, experience, easygoing? Tell it exactly what you want. Then when you paste it here. You follow up with, based on the suggestion you have provided above to improve my CV, can you create a CV for me that would make me stand out from the other candidates? Yes, please. The CV is here. The first thing you told it was, this is the job description. 1. This is my CV. 2. Based on this job description, or maybe I want to work in Shell, I want to work there and there. Tell me, my CV, what can I do to my CV to land that job? Okay? It will now come, it will analyze the job description. You look at your CV, it will now go and tell you, do this, this is missing, this is this, this is this. You now told it again. Based on that thing that you said that I should do it for me. Do it for me. So when you now do it for me, it will now go to work. In like 1 minute, it will give you the answer. So now that CV, now the thing I've noticed from my research is, you don't land a job, not because your CV is not good, but your CV is not tailored to that job description. And sometimes you cannot see to your naked eyes that these are the keywords, this is the thing that you need. So what a lot of these AI CV writing platforms do is, they help you take the job description and tailor your CV to that. That's what they do. But you can do it yourself if you understand how to use the right prompt and you're ready to put in the work. So you can feed it with the job description. So you can do this like 10 times. Open one window, feed the job description, feed your CV, tell it to rewrite it, boom. So you know that particular CV is for that job. Then you do the next one. So you know, okay, this week I want to apply to 20 jobs that I know that my experience and everything is tailored. This one is, I'm not trying to be who I'm not. This one is tailored to me. Okay, how do I now make sure my CV hits the nail on? So once you do that, you put it and you now send that one CV to this company, to this company, to this company. They'll call you back. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then you have, I want to come across as professional experience. What are we adding out there? Is it extracting information from the CV into that portion, or?
No, you are tailoring the CV and the way it is written to position you as that thing. Do you understand? To position you as that thing. So that way, when they read your CV, your cover letter, they can see in it that this is who this person is. It comes across as that kind of. Are we together? So you can put, if you want, you can say, I want to come across as a leader or someone with high leadership ability. The way the words and the phrases will be tailored, it will show that it will use those verbs. He led, he did this, he was responsible, he acted, so yeah, exactly. It will tailor it that way. Are we together? All right, please go.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch where to put the job description. I know where to put the CV.
Mm.
JD, I think I missed it.
I know the first part, you paste the JD. I'm going to paste the JD. So once you do that, you tell it, do you understand? Then you paste the JD. You tell it, this is the job description. Paste. Boom. Then this is my CV. Boom. Enter. So it would now take the job description, take your CV. Then once it does that, it will give you the output of the suggestions here. Then you now follow it up with, based on that, I want you to now rewrite my CV using those suggestions.
So, does it have to be in that order? The job description first, and then the CV, or it could be reversed?
It's better is that in that order, because it's taking information from the job description first. That's the reference. You understand? Or you can do it the other way, but I think it's better you put the job description first. So you understand, okay, this is the job description, they want you to do this, then this is your CV. Okay, I've looked at the one on top, I looked at the one at the bottom, then it now gives you feedback based on the first one, but you can change it. You know, the initial one we did was, this is my CV, give me suggestions on how to improve my CV. That was the first, the one we did before this. So that's it. Any other question?
I've seen an example where you talked about balance pathway, where you use different symbols like curly brackets and box brackets. Doesn't really matter the kind of symbol you use.
No, it doesn't really matter.
Another one is when you have to give all these instructions, it's important to kind of put distinction between spaces to say this information is given from this. Because of artificial intelligence, just sorts it out.
It's good for you to give it, to space it so it knows that this is what this is. So for example, if you say, here is my CV, colon, and you paste your CV, it knows that that is where your CV is. Then you go to the next part. So the thing is, if you press shift and enter, it goes like to the next line. It doesn't paste it. So you press, here is my CV, colon, you paste it, shift and enter, here is the job description, or the other way around. You paste it, you understand? Then you now press enter. Once you press enter, it takes your CV, analyzes it, or it takes it whichever way you put it, and it now gives you suggestions. Change this, do this, they want to do da. Then you now follow it up. Based on that, rewrite my CV. It has context because you labeled your CV. It takes your CV, rewrites your CV for you, and gives you that. You take that, you now paste it. It's an assistant. It's not you. It's just to assist you. So that's it. All right, let's go to the next one. So let's look at a little bit of the tools. Then I think this is the part where I was playing around with it and I gave it this prompt: a photograph of a Nigerian man in a native Igbo attire admins London's bustling street, inspired by Steve Bakuri's style, capturing vibrant colors, candid expression with soft natural lighting and a lively urban atmosphere. Now this is the prompt he put inside this AI text to picture generator, but this was not what I gave it first. So what I did was, you can go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT that write me a prompt for this, and that's what I did. This is text to photo platform. This is Leonardo AI. It does the same thing as Midjourney. Does the same thing as I think there's other ones, Talking AI, that are different text to image AIs, and they do the same thing. So first thing I did was I went to ChatGPT and I told, okay, this is what I want to provide. Give me a prompt for that. It generated that prompt. I copied the prompt and I pasted it. And when I saw it, like, this guy is not Igbo, man. He's not. But this is what he gave me. It's fine. So I did that. I did this. Then there's another one. Let's go to the next one. This is another prompt. Now, selfie subject, Pope, taking a selfie, location, Times Square, cinematic, ultra realistic, high contrast, high resolution, 8K OLED. This is the outcome. So the prompt, selfie, maybe Barack Obama taking a selfie point of view, Barack Obama taking a selfie, location in Jurassic Park or in a zoo with dinosaurs in his background and shouting and all that. You put that there. Cinematic, ultra realistic, high contrast there. 8K. You get this text. You don't need to take a picture. At the rate we are going, when you know how to use AI and write prompts, you might not need to buy a camera. Might not. I'm not saying you will not. You might not need to buy a fancy camera. Why? You can take a picture with any camera, put that photo inside, write a prompt, and the AI will generate that photo and make it 8K.
So that place where you wrote selfie pop, was it pop in sorry?
No. POV.
Yeah.
Yes, selfie, POV, point of view.
Okay.
Subject, the person. Selfie, point of view. Pope, the Pope, or a black man, or Barack Obama. It has data of Barack, so you can use Barack Obama. Taking selfie, their location. This is New York, Times Square. Put location there, because you're taking selfie location in the busy streets of London. Cinematic, ultra realistic, high contrast, high resolution, 8K OLED. That's what it will give you when you put this prompt into the right AI tool. Are we together?
Yes.
All right, let's go into then once after this, we're just going to go gather around. Then we're going to test some of these prompts that we learned today. I'm going to show you a few hacks for those of us that don't have LinkedIn. Do LinkedIn profile today, and hopefully we'll get the job. Okay. So these are some of the AI tools that you can use for your business, for yourself, and the rest. One is Guide. I use Guide a lot. Now, what is Guide? Guide, basically, like the name says, it's a guide. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you work in an office or even at home and you're trying to explain to someone how to get something done on the computer? Or you go to this place, click on this part, click here, do this. It's a headache, and you don't want to go into meetings and meetings and meetings. So what you do with things like Guide and Scribe is their Chrome extensions. It's free. Okay, it's not totally free. There's a free part of it. There are Chrome extensions and they are AI Chrome extensions. So what you do is you activate it and you just navigate how you normally get that thing done. It will record it, keep it, and now narrate it as a story. Or you go here, first click here, then you go, it will do that. You can go to that document, you can edit it. For Scribe, you can download that document as a PDF. You can use that to create SOPs in your organization. You can use that to create maybe guides for your friends, family, depending on what your objective is. But the point is, like I said, like we said earlier, it eliminates repetitive tasks. So you don't have to repeat and explain to someone, this person, no. Once you use this tool once, whenever anybody needs that, you share it with them. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to talk. With Guide, it has an AI voice that can narrate what you are doing to the person. Yes. With Scribe is just the layout. It doesn't talk, it's just the layout. It shows you step 1, step 2, step 3, and you guys download a PDF. TLDV, I use TLDV a lot. It's my AI meeting assistant. So if I join any Zoom meeting or any Google Meet, TLDV will join that meeting with me. It will take notes of the meeting. It will give me timestamp. It will tell you we talked about money at this point. We did this at this point. So you can go there, check it, so that you avoid. Okay, I'm coming. So that you avoid all the back and forth. You said, I said, we said, we did not say. Yeah, you want to ask? No, not all AI can do text to image. So the way it is some AIs take, like I said, you take your API for example, from OpenAI, and you tailor that API to what you want to do. So Midjourney, Leonardo, stocking image AI, and all the others, that's what they want to focus on. It's like their niche. They want to do text to this. Some do text to video. So depending on, yeah. So
When you say you take a TLDB to a meeting, and if you take the notes, so just a little bit of clarification, is it recording the meeting or just taking a note? Because there are two different things, and for confidentiality's sake, you don't want to record a meeting illegally. So does it take minutes for you, or does it record the whole of the meeting?
So what it does is it summarizes the meeting.
Oh, okay.
So it tells you at this point in the meeting, this is what was discussed. At this point in the meeting, this is what was discussed. At this point in the meeting, and it will give you that summary. So it's instead of you hiring an assistant and you say, for example, I'm sorry, Susan, what did we discuss at the meeting? Sir, these are the meeting minutes or the meeting notes. You don't need to do that. This AI does that for you. So
sorry, do you have to? Is it like an extension that you can download and install your?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you once we get
So
started.
for you're working for a company, they give you a laptop. Will it be okay to? Because I take
No,
actions a lot on my job, so it will be good.
I'm not in HR, so I cannot speak for your company. But what I can say, I don't know about your company policy. But what I can say is, for you to make your work faster, you need to start integrating AI to your work. Because a lot of things you are doing right now, I guarantee you can, it's not necessary.
Okay.
a lot of things you're doing right now is not necessary, because with AI you can use them with things like Scribe Guide. Pictory is also text to video, it can generate stuff. Opus, this one is Opus. I'll show us that when we gather. Opus, what you do is you can take a YouTube video, the AI will cut that YouTube video for you into small videos you can post on Instagram, TikTok, and all the others. It will transcribe it, and it will even give you what is called a virality score.
Which one, sir?
This one, Opus Pro. I'll show once we get it, I'll show everything. It will give you what is called a virality score. It means that this video, based on what you said, people are most likely going to click on this video. People are most likely going to watch this video. That's what Opus does. There's so many other ones that do the same. And obviously, finally, we have ChatGPT, which for me is the best. Why? ChatGPT has the ability to do everything this other AI tools can do. It's just that it will take a longer time. If you don't know how to do it, it will take you longer to do text to this, but there are already tools out there. So any questions before we go into the fun part?
Sorry, you're talking about Expedia and ChatGPT, how to find cheap flights and travel.
Yeah.
You were talking about plugins, so I just didn't understand what exactly.
Okay, so when ChatGPT initially introduced it, it was just like it's an open source, so just like a landing page. You tell me what you want, it gives you. As they kept studying how people were using it, they realized that, you know what, people wanted more. So what they did was, just like how you have apps in your app store, they went ahead to partner with other people to build plugins. So plugins are like apps. So what happens is, if you ask ChatGPT something in regards to that plugin, it feeds from that plugin and it brings the information to you in real time. We'll do some examples. So you can ask it, okay, for example, another thing I love about AI, I can use AI to learn anything. So I can put a YouTube link, tell AI to transcribe this YouTube video for me. It will transcribe it. I can tell it to analyze the transcript, it will analyze it. I can tell it to give me key notes. It will give me key notes. I can tell it to give me a lesson note. It will give me a lesson note. I can tell, okay, how can I use this to teach my children? It will tell me that. You can do all that. So imagine just, okay, we're spending the weekend, I want to have family Sunday or family weekend. I don't have an idea. What do I do? You can tell AI. AI will break everything down and all that, give you suggestions and all that.